Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my 2025 reading journal. I'm going to be just doing a flip through in this video and showing you my January and February spreads and then kind of what I've updated for January and February. I'm super excited. I got a new journal this year and I'm really excited because I didn't start last year, like 2024, which if you've seen any of my videos, I made a reading journal for 2024, but I didn't start it in January. I started it in like May. So I'm excited to have a journal that actually starts in January. I'm excited to have a journal that's really cohesive and kind of like well thought out. I didn't want there to be any spreads in the middle of like the monthly spreads, so I kind of like sat down and thought really hard about like what spreads I wanted to be in here for like tracking, and just kind of thought about like what I would realistically use in my journal and like what I would actually want to keep up with and what kind of data I would want to like actually look at the end of the year and stuff. So I'm really excited to show you, and that's all I really have to say. I mean, I'm just excited about it, like genuinely so excited about it. I wasn't gonna get a new journal this year. I was going to just keep the one I had, which if you guys don't know, it was the same brand. It was like the Bullet Journal, but it was black. And I think I'm gonna put stickers on this. Anyway, like I was gonna keep the same journal and I was gonna keep, you know, using it, but I'm actually just gonna use that for like testing spreads and stuff and how I think they'll look, and kind of like swatching stuff on the actual page. It's the same paper, just because I left that one here and me and my sister wanted to do our reading journals together for 2025, so I just went out and bought a new one. That one is kind of destroyed anyway because I had to rip a bunch of pages out when I would like mess up and stuff, and it just doesn't look very good. Like some of the pages are falling out of it, so I was like, you know what, I'll keep the pages that are left for like this girl that I watch who does like reading journal and bullet journal stuff. She calls it like a research and development journal, so like that's what I'll keep that one for. But anyway, I will just stop blabbing and I will just let you get right into the flip through. Hi guys, what's up? It's my hands. So I probably said this already, but I never ended up showing you guys my 2025 reading journal setup, and I was really excited about it, so I'm kind of surprised that I didn't. But here it is now, and I'm showing it to you now. I've updated it for January and not for February, but I did put my February TBR. If you want to go watch my February TBR video, if you want to go watch me pick out like the full list, I'll have that linked in the description, and it honestly might just be on the end card where it shows like my last video. It'll probably be that one because I think that was my last video. But I realized I never showed you guys, and I was so proud of it because I worked really hard on it and I came up with this design, which is kind of like a collage theme, and I wanted to pull stuff from every spread, like from this kind of collage, so that it would be a little bit more cohesive. And so far that's what I've been doing, and I can kind of see like months where I would pull stuff from here. So anyway, but this is what it looks like. It's just kind of like colorful, some stuff that represents my personality, also not really. Like, I mean, I have a book here because it's my reading journal. I have a camera because I like to use my camera. Everything else is pretty much just cutesy stuff that I found online to like put in a collage spread. Like I literally just, anyway, a little camera change there, but I literally just searched up like what to put in a collage on Pinterest, so that's what I used, and I think it turned out really well. I'm going for like kind of like a bubble letter theme here. So the next page is my 25 and 2025, which if you want to see me go in more of like a depth about every single one of these books that's on this list, you can go watch my 25 and 2025 video. It was the first video that I posted in 2025. I think I posted like January 1st. I never posted anything in January again. So pretty much everything on here is a new release all the way up until this, and then these are obviously, well, not obviously, but these are just books that are not new releases that I just decided I wanted to read in 2025, stuff that's been on my list for a while. And I tried to pick colors. Originally I was gonna print out the covers, but I realized that this I think just looks better and it matches this vibe, I feel like. And I was so happy that I did the letters black. I think it really fits in with like the theme. I'm sorry if my camera is a little like wonky. It's on a tripod, but I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sitting on my bed, so anyway, so I just kind of colored the stuff like a color that I thought would match the book the most. Okay, so this next page I actually colored in first, and I'm kind of upset about it because I don't think it matches the rest of my spreads. Like, I think that everything else, oh, sneak peek, everything else is so vibrant and this is just kind of dull. But this is my series tracker. I just like don't like this page. I just don't think that it turned out very well. Like, everything on it is just very like messy, and I'm just not like the biggest fan of the way that it turned out, but I think it's okay. I think that like the vibe fits. It's just very dull. Like, the colors aren't as bright as I wish that they were, but it's okay. This is every series that I'm in the middle of that I read a book in that series in 2024, if that makes sense. So I'm in the middle of more series than this, but I didn't include it if I didn't read one of the books in the series in 2024, because I thought, like, if I didn't read it all of last year, then like I'm obviously not going to read it in 2025. And if I do, I have plenty of space down here to do, and I'm trying to keep my series that are ongoing, like for me to read, that I'm currently reading. I'm trying to confine them to this one page so that it doesn't get out of hand, and I want to make a video. I just recently saw Rachel Catherine posted a video about finishing a series that she's in the middle of, and I kind of wanted to post a video about that too, because I think I tend to stray away from series and like instead just kind of start new ones, because I'm just like, oh, I can just go back to it whenever, and then I never go back to it, and that's why I have to keep track of them. So that's why if you've ever seen like my 2024 reading journal, there's probably significantly less series on here, because a lot of them I just never finished. So obviously if I didn't read it, like I said, in 2024, then it doesn't belong on here. But we have some good ones on here, like Throne of Glass. We have the Addicted series. This is ACOTAR, which I have one book left in that series I still haven't read. It's over there on my shelf, or my book cart, not my shelf. Okay, let me go back to the angle. We have Magnolia Parks down here. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Oh my gosh, Empyrean, Heartstopper, good stuff on here. I mean, you could read it, but okay. And then the next page, which I changed this, okay, because last year I had a book log of every single month and I was keeping track of it by the month, but this year I decided I wanted to just keep track of it on all one page instead of having like a reading goal page. So instead I changed it to this book log page, which I think is really cute, and I think it has space for over 60 books, which my reading goal this year is 60 books. So if I fill up this page, then I know that I will have hit and beyond my reading goal, which it would be amazing. But I did give myself plenty of space for that. And since I changed the reading goal spread, I also changed the monthly spreads, so they'll look a little bit different too, but we'll get to that in a minute. The next page is my A to Z reading challenge and my book bingo. I had a lot of fun with the A to Z challenge and the book bingo last year, so I wanted to bring it in again. I just changed the way that it looked, and I'm actually just really happy with the way that all of these, other than the series tracker, but the way that all of these spreads turned out. I think they look so fun and colorful and just very cohesive. I feel like the vibes are very much there. So I've already filled out 3 books on the A to Z challenge. I'm really gonna try hard this year to finish it, because I think that would be cool to be able to finish one book of every single letter of the alphabet. Like, I just think that would be fun. And then my book bingo, which you've seen I've already filled out some. I don't know why it's called book bingo, because it's not like you're trying to get bingo, you're just trying to fill in the whole board. And it's 4 by 5, so it's like, it doesn't even really make sense for a bingo board, but anyway. I've already filled out some of this stuff. I filled out, and I know it says that I read only read 3 books, and I've filled out 7 of these, but I have more books that I've read than what's on here. I'm just not putting them on here because I don't want to spoil the books that I've read in February. I'm gonna update that after, which I know sounds a little bit silly, but I want to keep it a surprise. So yeah, we have a one-word title here, something I read in one day, starting a new series, an audiobook, small town romance, Kindle Unlimited read, and a new to me author. And there's a bunch of other good stuff on here I'm sure you can pause and read. So this next section of the book starts these spreads where I used these kind of like this kind of, oh, my nails match, this kind of scrapbook paper. And so the spreads are like this until we get to the monthly spreads. I don't know why I did that. Well, actually, I meant to do it only twice, and then I messed up the colors for one of them. I mean, I'll just explain it. This is the book club with my sister, and it's only got 11 months for everything because I basically skipped January for everything because it was just kind of like me going back to school, so I didn't really read a lot, and I also didn't, I mean, that's not true, I read 3 books in January, but I also just didn't keep track of any of this stuff. Like, I didn't have a January book club and stuff. But this is what it looks like. It's pink and red. I think it's very cute. And then the next spread is yellow and orange, which is my haul of 5 stars. So every month I'm going to put all my 5 stars on here. But I don't know if you can tell, there's something underneath here. This was where I put originally this spread, which is my Reader Recycle, which if you see this is like, this makes sense for Reader Recycle. For some reason I thought orange and yellow would be a good color theme for Reader Recycle, and then I realized no, it definitely needs to be blue and green. So I just changed this to my haul of 5 stars because I realized that I didn't have that. And then my Reader Recycle is Blue and Green, which is a series that I keep saying I want to start. I did 1 or 2 of them last year, but a series I want to start on my channel where I basically just pick, and it's based off of Bookshelf Ultimatum, and I'll just pick like a random number that links to like a spreadsheet that I have every single book on my TBR, like on my physical TBR on that list, and then I'll just have to read that. And basically I called it Reader Recycle because I don't think that you should throw away books ever, because I guarantee there will be someone somewhere that wants to read that book at some point in time, so you should never throw away your books without trying to recycle them first. Unless they're completely destroyed, then toss it out because no one can read it, but if they're in good condition, then someone else can read them. But anyway, here starts my monthly spreads. So we have January, and I didn't pick a TBR for January, but I wanted to keep the theme consistent. So I don't know if you can tell, but I changed the spread. I put a calendar over here, which basically is just literally the calendar, and then I have this list. And I got this from, I'll put the creator's name on the screen right now of who it was, but I can't think off the top of my head right now. It was someone who does reading journals a lot, and like just journals a lot, so like their thumbnails all look the same, like their videos all look the same, and I watch her all the time. I just can't remember what her name is, and I feel so bad, but I got this idea from her to like kind of highlight where you're reading stuff, and I missed a book here, but anyway, to kind of highlight where you're reading stuff, just to get an idea of like how long you're reading a book for, and like what days, and like if I am reading a different book in between other books. I just thought that information would be cool to see. And then I wanted to keep the, like I said, the format the same, so I just put this, and it's blue and it has bows, and it kind of, it takes from the cover, which if you guys remember, the bows, and just blue, but more importantly the bows. So next up we have something that I just finished doing, and I'm actually really proud of it. We have my February spread, and I don't know if you noticed from the title, we have these little envelopes. I have a very similar one on the title page, so I thought that was a good way to like tie that in. I just have like basically all these letters flying out of the mailbox, and I thought that was super cute. And then we have my February TBR here, which it definitely looks better. I made it a little bit smaller because like that was kind of ginormous, but. And then we also have the calendar, and then this section is just where I'm gonna put my reads. So I'll put like, if you can see, I usually glue the pages together, but if you can see here, like I just have dates. Can you see that? I just have like dates of like where I was reading stuff, and I'll do the same thing here. So that's all that I have to show you. I'm really, really proud of the way that this spread turned out specifically. I'm really excited to fill it out and show you guys at the end of February. I'll probably do a February wrap up, and I'll probably show you my February reading journal in that video. But for now, that is my entire 2025 reading journal spread. I haven't had any 5 stars yet, if you're wondering. But yeah. Thank you for watching this flip through, and get excited because I will show you this periodically throughout. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to show you me updating the reading journal until like the middle of the year, but I will show you the monthly spreads in wrap-ups and stuff just whenever I can, just to kind of keep you guys updated with how I'm doing with my reading journal, because I'm so excited every month to fill it out. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me book recommendations. I always say this in all my videos. Please give me book recommendations. I want to read new books. Anyway, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching my reading journal flip through, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah!